Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing how would they describe you if they were honest. And so if you are dealing with someone that doesn't speak much about how they think and what they think about you, this is the reading for you. And this person could be applied to anyone that you have in mind, whether this is about a relationship, a parent, a crush, you name it. So we're going to choose our piles together here today. We will be taking 4 piles. Okay, I guess this wants to come out. This is Apache tears. Interesting. So this is pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have clear quartz. For pile number 3, okay, I'll take this. Lepidolite, okay. And I think we have space here for the 4th one. Yeah. All right, for pile number 4, we have Hematite. Interesting. So take a look at these 4 piles and see which crystal you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. As usual, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, if you feel confused between several crystals, then they're definitely there for you. There are messages meant for you to hear. You'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen the Apache tears, and the Apache tears are actually smaller crystals from the obsidian stone, and it's all about letting go of grief, recovering from the past, releasing pain, so that your old wounds would heal. And the first thing that I clearly see that your person thinks about you and would say if they were honest, that you're a very strong, courageous person. You are the person that is able to heal from whatever happens to you, get back up, become an even stronger person like the obsidian here. You get to understand yourself better. You understand how to deal with things better the next time, and you grow from your situations. They have a lot of admiration, secret admiration for you in this area. They really see you as a strong person, pile number 1. You have a lot of faith in yourself. You know you deserve better. And it's not very easy for people to always pick themselves up, because sometimes most people naturally dwell into their pains and they relive it over and over. And I think you naturally are able to stop yourself from this pattern of thinking, even if you feel sorry for yourself temporarily and you cry and you go down for a while. You are definitely the person who's able to pick yourself up, and it's awe-striking for people, and especially this person, to watch you just get up and do it again. So that's one of the secret thoughts that this specific person that you're asking about thinks about you. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards and see how would this person describe you if they were honest. So how would this person describe pile number 1 if they were honest? Let's put this down here. So you have the 4 of Wands. Pile number 1, the way I see your person describe you, I think they think you're a pretty lucky person. I think you kind of have it all from their point of view. They think you are able to build a stable life for yourself. You're a person who knows how to have fun and enjoy yourself. You do very well on your own, and you are a really enjoyable companion to be with. They wouldn't really tell you that they have fun for some reason when you're around, but they do love the positivity that you shine, And this positivity stems from this growth mindset that we talked about here. You're very positive about life, and you have a strong mentality as well that pushes you to constantly achieve the things that you want. You have an achievement mindset, and this growth mindset, achievement mindset that we've been talking about is the reason why you've created so many things in your life that has created a lot of stability that you may be forgetting about, but a lot of other people envy you for, especially this person. I'm not saying they envy you, they might because it came out, but not necessarily. But they definitely secretly admire the strength that you have. It seems like to them, they just wonder how you've created all of these things for yourself. You might have had some good education, you might be a very well-read person, you might be a person who constantly reads and is up to date with what's going on, and whatever you creates a lot of noise. People hear it loud and clear, they see it loud and clear, and they definitely think you're very abundant and very blessed, especially this person that we are doing this reading about today, pile number 1. Wow, this person actually quite thinks highly of you. This person thinks that you are a very passionate person, with a lot of confidence. They feel like you are confident with a lot of class. I think pile number 1, my pile number 1s watching this, have a lot of unique skills that usually pertain a lot of intellect to them. It's coming off clear here. And you're not unique just by your looks and the certain things that you've been blessed with in life. You're very unique with your sophistication, your intellect. You have a character that is very knight-like, very poised, a very poised person. You have a lot of passion, but it is always expressed in a very graceful, poised way, and they just love your aura, pile number 1. This person, if this is a reading for you about relationship, they see you as a dream come true, just like a knight, whether you're a woman or a man. Really a dream come true. But if this is not a love reading for you, then just like we said, this person really thinks very highly of you, thinks you are very poised, is exactly what we're looking at, full of passion, quite independent, knows how to get about and have his things done. They also think you're quite an honest person, especially with yourself. And I think your honesty kind of intimidates them, pile number 1. It's not, they haven't dealt with extremely honest people the way they see you are. And it really intimidates them because you are outspoken about what you think, especially with this person. You call out the things you don't believe in. You call out your truth. You say out your truth. And you're unapologetic about what you believe in. You're unapologetic about saying, displaying your ethical standards, and it's quite intimidating for this person. Your honesty level, it really intimidates them sometimes. And it's the reason it intimidates them, it's because it kind of sometimes makes them feel less than. You're too good for them. They just don't know how to be at your level in terms of your ethical standards. They secretly admire that about you, and they hold you on high grounds. They put you on a pedestal, and they know you're always going to be doing the right thing, pile number 1. You're never gonna abandon your ethics. It's part of who you are. You wear it proudly, pile number 1. So the 3 of Swords, pile number 1. I think they secretly think that you might hurt them, pile number one. They think you have a lot. That's why you have the obsidian here, the Apache tears. So pile number one, this person secretly thinks you're very strong. And I think they would kind of avoid getting into an argument with you, like a big one, or any disagreements with you, because they know if it gets too far, they are going to be really hurt. And I think the reason they think this way is because you have a lot of self-confidence. You believe in yourself so much because you're honest. You are well-read. You have, your mind is very reasonable. You are very smart. Whatever comes out of your mouth is quite reasonable. And I think that their turns and twists and manipulative games, maybe, or however they got used to winning arguments and manipulating people, it's just not going to work with you. You're a very stable person, and they're very afraid to get into this area with you because they know they're not going to win. They know you're too confident for that. You're not going to fall for any mind games, and you're very confident. You're not going to be dragged down to their level if they try to push you there. And so this part is really confusing them. They're quite unclear about how to deal with you, pile number one. And they certainly don't want to go there with you. I think at the moment, pile number one, the reason this person is not really sharing how they think about you is because they know that you're already too confident. You're already way above them from their point of view, and they're afraid of this moment. They're afraid that when things go wrong, you're just going to be very confident and might even walk away. You have a growth mindset here. Remember, we talked about walking away from your pains, and that's something that is definitely worrying them, pile number one. That's so interesting. You have a really interesting character, pile number one. I greatly admire your character. See, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, of course you have temperance. You're a very balanced person, pile number one. I see you yes, you did. You have the Apache tears. Hold on, let me take the sound out. You constantly work on yourself. You have the courage to look at your shadow straight in the eyes and say, I need to fix this. You're very honest with yourself. You're not scared to shed light on what needs to change. And this is the reason you have a very strong mindset here. This is the key to why you appear the way you do. And I think if this person starts applying this sort of mentality, they wouldn't be so afraid. They wouldn't need to use all this manipulative, or manipulative might be too much of a big word, but not direct tactics when they deal with people. They just don't know better at the moment. So they see you as a very balanced person. You come out as very poised, like we said. You always have something balanced to say. They know that if you say your opinion about something, it's going to be balanced. It's going to be right most of the time. It's going to be honest. They think they have watched you defend the people on the opposite side of your team. Even when things are not to your benefit, you would still say the right thing, pile number one. I truly admire you, pile number one. Thank you for being on this channel. Such an honest person. And they do realize that you're constantly growing, like we talked here with the Four of Wands. The problem is, or I don't want to say the problem, but the issue with them here that makes them feel intimidated is that they know very soon you're going to be flying very high. And they're not going to be able to keep up with you at all. And I think this is the reason that they may not be sharing with you what they think about you. I think it makes them very self-conscious, pile number one. They see you as a person who is going to achieve miracles in this lifetime. You have so much confidence, and they see you more skilled than nearly anyone they've ever met. They know you're a very unique person. They know you are definitely different than everyone else. And your skills really intimidates them. Your potential is what I want to say. Your potential really intimidates them. And they know you're not going to stop. And they know that no matter how high you get, and where everyone's already surprised, it's just the beginning for you. You are going to go higher and higher, and that really intimidates them. So I see here two things that really intimidate them: your honesty and your character, as well as your skills and your potential. Pile number 1. You have new vision. So pile number 1, I see that the person you're inquiring about thinks you are a person who's not afraid to shoot high in the sky. Like, if they were making fun of other people for thinking high, having higher goals, they would probably tell people to manage their expectations and be realistic so that they can reach whatever goals that they want. The thing that really amazes this person about you is that you do not only shoot very high. The mere thought of your goals in its own is very intimidating, but the fact that you do shoot for it and that you make it is mind-blowing for this person. They see you as this very complicated math equation that they don't understand in the first place. You know how you're intimidated by a certain physics equation that you don't even understand to solve? That's how they really see you. They don't understand how you do it, how you do everything that you do, even with your character and your poise and your honesty. You're just you're definitely an old soul that has been through a lot, and you're you're a very smart person, very skilled. You're very confident of your abilities, and you're not going to stop. And it just mind blows this person. This person really loves these aspects about you. Pile number 2. I'm not shocked that you got integration. What else is what else needs to come out for you, pile number 1? I truly admire you. Like we said, I think this person thinks that you have it all, pile number 1. Secretly, they truly admire you. Secretly, they wish they can have nearly everything they have. They think you have it all. And I think that's why they're intimidated and not talking about it. They think you're probably, no, they do. They think you're good looking. They think you're strong. They think you can achieve whatever it is that you want in the world. And they sometimes think, what is missing for this person? I mean, sometimes people, when they're vibrating low, they need to assure themselves about the bad things that are going on in other people's lives so that they feel better about themselves. So they need to feel like, oh, well, that person has it all, but they're not happy with their spouse. Oh, that person has it all, but they don't have this, or they don't have that. See? And that's how they feel better about themselves. But that's a bit low vibrational. The way you do it is that you feel happy for everyone. You don't feel less than when people have more than you have in a certain aspect. And so you wish others the best. You are inspired by them, and you grow. That's why you grow. And I think pile number 1, this person you're inquiring about still needs to learn that. And to them, unfortunately, they're thinking, well, then what's missing? I can't find that area where they're missing, and they're not able to feel better about themselves around you. The right way for them to think, to have that growth mindset like you do, is to believe that they too can achieve things, and they don't have to wait to see that other people don't have it all to feel better, but instead to work on themselves, not compare themselves to anyone, and grow so that they enjoy the quality of their lives. Pile number 1. Do you see your cards? Do I even need to speak about this? Balance, harmony, integration. What is this? I'm so proud of you, pile number 1. So proud that I get to have viewers like you on my channel. Thank you for coming around. So obviously, pile number 1, this person thinks that you're very lucky to be at peace. So here, I think your pile thinks you're a very spiritual person. You have faith that things are going to happen, the best things are going to happen for you. You have internal peace with everyone. And they don't think you have a lot of conflict. You're very balanced from their point of view, and you don't have a lot of internal conflict that keeps you up at night like they may feel. And so they really envy you or admire. You will know better. They really deep down admire your internal peace, pile number 1. I think that's here, the energy is coming very strong here. I think this is one of the things they truly admire you for. They think it's like almost, again, the math equation we're talking about. They think this is too complicated to achieve. They wonder. I think it's the most thing, that's why it was represented here as well. I think it's the most thing that unfortunately they don't know how to solve. They are a little bit up in their heads. They don't live in the moment. Maybe they're not grateful. I'm not going to go on and on about what they need to balance out, but they really admire how you are able to have harmony within you, balance within you, and they can see it. It's the vibration of this harmony is constantly vibrating out of you, whether you realize it or not. And this person just envies your peace of mind from their point of view, and how you're able to live with mental peace. They think, their point of view, they think it's your honesty, and they can only what's the word? They can only aspire to have that kind of honesty level and ethical standards that you have. You have some knightly standards that we talked about. And to them, it's like so far away. It's something that they can only dream of having. I don't think they can believe they can have, unfortunately, even though they can. And this is definitely something that they deep down admire you for, pile number 4. And they think this is where you get your poise from, your self-confidence from. You're so at peace, you radiate self-confidence. I really admire you too, pile number 1. Inner voice, like. So pile number 1, your person thinks that you're, of course, you didn't need me to say this, but your person thinks that you're a very wise person. They may not show you that they listen to your advice. Sometimes they cut you off when you talk. Sometimes they show you that they don't like your advice, but they always think about it, pile number 1. Every time you give them your advice, your heart expressed advice, they show you lack of care, but realize that you're planting a seed every single time, pile number 1. They highly trust you and value your opinion, even if they're not showing it to you. And they don't mean, I think, to be mean. They have a lot of issues to work with, a lot of self-esteem issues maybe, especially that they're comparing themselves to you too much here. But they also admire you a lot, and they definitely tag you as a very wise person. And I think there's a little voice on top of their head, number 1, that pushes them to constantly think, What would pile number 1 say? What would pile number 1 do? Pile number 1, it was really an honor doing this reading for you. Thank you for sticking around, and let's high five together in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen the clear quartz. Now, that's a very interesting crystal to appear in this reading, because as you may know, the clear quartz is a very versatile crystal. It's a crystal that you can use to set the intentions of whatever energy you want around. Unlike the other crystals that have their own energy, the clear quartz is a sort of crystal where you can put a certain intention, like I want to have more energy. And once you set this intention, it will keep giving you this energy. And so with this crystal here, I see that the person you're inquiring about, if they were honest, they would say, quite frankly, that you're a very clear person. You say what you think. You don't play games. You like to cut things short. You're not afraid of speaking up. And you're a very clear person. What you see is definitely what you get. Very transparent person here. You're not going to play games. If this is about a relationship, you're always going to be clear about what you love and what you don't like. You also have clear intentions, of course, definitely. And you are willing to mirror and give out the same to the other person. Let me take out this noise. And so we might find out together in the reading as we go along why this person that wouldn't really voice out what they think, or maybe they do and you just haven't asked. We'll see here. But anyways, the clear quartz is all about expansion, growth, and you might want to check pile number 1. If you've picked 2 and you were hesitant about 1, then it's definitely for you, because again, the clear quartz is about growth and expansion. And so you also, pile number 2, you have a growth mindset. You are a person who is all about what's next. How can I make my life better? How could I get to the next goal? How can I have a better life? How? You're constantly growing at an exponential level, pile number 1. And I think that's one of the things that the person you're inquiring about admires about you. I'm not surprised that pile number 1 and pile number 2 have an expansion mindset. I think the people that find my channel are just so wonderful, and I'm really lucky with that. Very lucky with that. The readings just blow my mind. Very unique type of people, and I'm really thankful and grateful that you decide to stick around. Thank you for that, pile number 2. All right, so let's see. How would your person describe you, pile number 2, if they were honest? How would your person describe you if they were honest? Sorry about that. Okay. So pile number 2, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So pile number 2, I think your person thinks that you have rooted ideas that help you flourish. This instantly gives me the impression that you're a very educated person, pile number 2. So I think one of the things that your person really admires you for is your intellect, your education, and I think you're supported by a lot of readings and information that constantly helps you move forward. They think you've had a lucky life in this aspect or that you're a person who has worked hard on getting this knowledge by constantly reading a lot, by educating yourself. Constantly, you're like a researcher, and you have worked hard for the information and the knowledge we're talking about. Blood, sweat, and tears. And they really admire the information that you have. Obviously, you're very educated in your field, you stand out in your field, and your knowledge is based on research, is based on research paper, maybe. It's based on facts, it's not based on pseudoscience ideas. And they admire the effort that you put in. That's why you've had expansion and growth here. You work very hard and you value the information that you get. You don't just learn it by heart and move on. You really apply it, you let it sink in, and you see how you're going to apply it in real life. You're one of the people that truly applies the information that they get. And this is why you're probably where you are at today. Now that's really interesting, pile number 2. See? Knight of Pentacles. What this person truly admires about you, pile number 2, is that you work slowly but surely. You're all about quality rather than quantity. You are the sort of person who would wait for their success. They don't want the quick win and run. You're in here for the long run. And you will do whatever it takes. Long nights of working, putting in the right investment, saving, having a lot of self-discipline, reading and educating yourself. You're okay with moving slowly, but making sure that whatever plan that you have in your head, whatever seed that you've planted, grows into a big tree. And this person that you're inquiring about really admires the amount of effort and dedication that you put into everything that you want to achieve, pile number 2. You leave a trail of fingerprints on everything that you do, and when people see what you've done, they always remember it. They say, this is pile number 2's work. This is what pile number 2 said here. This is what pile number 1 has done. It's not like you're invisible, where you go to work, finish your work, and leave. Not you, pile number 1. And this is one of the things that your person truly admires about you. You're a hard worker, and you're here to leave a fingerprint. You're here to make a difference in whatever you're doing, maybe even help people. And you're willing to take it slow, because it's all success to you. It's not just the financial success, although it's very important. But you know that you're going to get it at the end. You're going to create abundance at the end. So what you're really focused on, like we said, your type of success is achieving something amazing. And that's why you put in all this effort. You just don't want to blend in and go to work and come back. No, pile number 2, it is not you. You are all about putting in fine details about everything that you want to achieve. Putting in the effort of being meticulous. Do you see how the card has all these meticulous details? Even the grass, pile number 2, has meticulous details, and it's different in one area than the other. You even have yellow, beautiful, I think this is wheat. So my point is, pile number 2, is that you are into the big picture, putting a good plan and a good goal, and you carry it on your shoulder, meaning that you take charge of making it happen. You put in your effort into everything matters for you. You're all about achieving greatness, pile number 2. And I don't know if this is a person who works with you or if this is just a crush that admires you, or even a parent. But this person just admires your skills and your capability and your work ethics. It just blows their mind how you are very well educated on the matter. They know you will get the best information. You have all the patience in the world to learn and educate yourself. You're not rushing, and that you will create a legacy. That's what I hear. and wow, in my ear, pile number 2. You will be creating a legacy. You're definitely a unique person there, and you don't have all this perseverance for no reason. You are very grateful for it. You know you're very blessed, and you're here to do something, to leave a legacy. Pile number 2. 8 wands. Pile number 3, of course. They love the person you're inquiring about loves your action taking. Loves that whatever you set your mind to, you actually take action on it. They love how you could just be sitting, for example, in a cafe, and you mentioning that, you know what, I can do this and this and that, and they actually see it come into fruition. You're constantly on the go. You have this Capricorn energy to you. You either have Capricorn and Venus, you might be a Capricorn, Sun and Moon, or rising, or you just have this energy of being a hard worker, a dedicated person who's very passionate about what they do, who believes in what they want to achieve. And again, do you see your wands, pile number 2? They're again very intricate. They have a lot of details to them. You put a lot of love into what you want to achieve, and it's mind-blowing how they constantly see an idea come to action. Oh, you know what, I want to learn French, and you've learned French. You know what, I want to travel the world. You're already packing and you're on the go trying to make this happen. What they admire about you is that you make things happen for yourself. Nothing is too far off from you, and if you put your mind into something, you're definitely going to do it. And the tricky part is, to them, what makes them really shocked, what makes them really admire about you, is that you have far-fetched goals from their point of view, and they watch you do it. Pile number 2, this is so impressive. You have a variety of goals. It does not just pertain to your work, pile number 2, even though we said you have a legacy. But if you want to take care of yourself and lose weight and look better, you're going to do just that. If you want to improve in your work, start a new business, you're going to do just that. If you want to travel, like we just mentioned, you're going to do just that. If you want to learn a new language, if you want to learn to cook something, if you're about to embark on a new, sophisticated, complicated hobby, you name it, pile number 1. And they just see you as a person who's able to do anything they want. You're almost magical to them. I don't know why it's not popping up, why they didn't mention these things to you. Maybe it's a new person in your life. Maybe they would think you're clear. You wouldn't think you would be a humble person with a clear quartz. So we'll see. Pile number 1. So pile number 1, of course, we didn't even need this card to come out, but obviously pile number 1, they see you as a very smart person. You are able to come up with ideas that most people don't come up with. They think you are very creative. They think you have, this came out, okay. They think you are very creative. They think you have strong analytical skills. And you are very decisive. Excuse me. They know that if an obstacle comes your way, they admire that about you. If an obstacle comes your way, you'll be able to find a smart solution to tackle it. Pile number 1. Very interesting person here. Pile number 2. Very smart, hardworking person. I wonder what you do. Are you like a doctor, a lawyer, a business person, a healer? I wonder what you're doing. Pile number 2, what this person loves about you is that while you're doing all this hard work, while you're really self-disciplined and always achieving like nearly impossible things in life, you do it with a lot of fun. You actually enjoy yourself. You don't take yourself too seriously. You do take your work very seriously, but you have fun along the way. It's like your passion to achieve these things. You're not going to take on a job or a project or read anything that you're not personally interested in. And that's why you immerse yourself in it. And merge didn't come out by accident. It's even shown in this card here. I think you become one with whatever you're doing. It's so much fun with you. You're so in the flow in whatever you're doing. You know what this reminds me of, pile number one? They say that this flow, this mental state of flow, is when you are able to get the best idea. You're able to use all your mental powers, and it helps you bring out the best ideas. That's why you have the flow. So this state we reach when we're totally focused on something, that we forget the surrounding around us. You're totally immersed in something. That's when you get the flow. And this happens, for example, when people are playing video games, because they're sometimes so into the game that they don't realize who's passing by, who's saying what. They don't notice anything except the game that they're playing. And this is the mental state that you get into, pile number two, specifically, because you really enjoy what you're doing. That's why you're able to create all these details and this geniosity that your person admires about you, because you truly have fun in whatever it is that you're doing in your life in general. You truly enjoy it, and this puts you into a mental state of flow, helping you do things smoothly, quicker than other people, and at the same time with quality. I admire that about your pile number two. Very unique pile here. I do see why your person secretly admires you. It might be hard for this person to tell you all these things. Pile number two. See? Do you see your cards? Intensity right under 8 of Wands. Wow. You move very quickly, pile number two. Things for you happen very quickly because you're so dedicated and so focused. And one of the things that this person admires about you is watching you get up over and over and over again to work on your goals. They truly admire that about you. They keep thinking to themselves, maybe I won't be able to do that. How do they do that? And this is the reason why you move so fast from their point of view. And of course, this is the reality. They constantly see you growing, moving forward. And they see a lot of passion, a lot of quick movement. And I think, pile number two, to be quite frank with you, this intense energy of achievement is definitely there for your legacy, pile number two. I keep hearing legacy. You're up to something, and I would be honored and really interested to get to know about what you're working on, because it's definitely going to leave a mark. From the very beginning, we notice it's going to leave a mark on the planet. It's like a big trophy here. I don't want to go too far, but it looks like you are one day going to receive a big prize in your field. Your name will always be known, pile number two. And I'm so lucky that I'm reading to a person who's going to create a legacy. Kudos to you, pile number two. Another thing here that I see about this person, the person you're inquiring about, I think they also admire the combination between you being a clear person, strong, very clear about what they want, but at the same time, quite a passionate, warm person. So you have this balance of being strong, but very passionate and sweet and fun-like. So you know how to have fun and at the same time build something big, almost like a legacy to them. They don't know, but you're definitely creating a legacy here. I see it. So they love that about you. Most people that work can come off sometimes, hard workers, can come off sometimes as people who forget to live life, as people who only focus about the serious things in life, who are hard workers and they don't know how to have fun. But here, pile number 2, I see your person admiring how you're a fun person to be with. You're giggly, you're fun, you're a pleasant person to be around. And they admire this combination in you. You don't come off as a boring person at all. In fact, you are quite a fun person to be around, quite comfortable person to be around, because you're honest, clear. There are no twists and turns, no games with you, pile number 2. Which means you're a very confident person. You have your own set of beliefs, and you don't need to play games. You are confident about being on your own. If people don't like you, you throw them away. If they do, you honor and cherish them, and they become a very important part of your lives. Pile number 2, if they share your transparency and your integrity. Exhaustion. So pile number 2, I see straight away with your person that the thing that they admire about you is, even when you're tired, even when it's time for you to do the wrong thing, you're still not going to do the wrong thing, pile number 2. You're just not tempted to go the wrong way. They see themselves comparing themselves with you in different situations, and they think, if I were pile number 2 here, I would have taken this money. If I were pile number 2 here, I would have just slept, man. They constantly think this way about you. If I were pile number 2 in this situation, I would have dropped it. If I were pile number 2 situation, man, I wouldn't be putting in all these details. What? So they're constantly mind blown about what you're doing, constantly comparing themselves and thinking, how do they do it? Because if I was in their place, I wouldn't get that smart idea. I wouldn't be working hard. I wouldn't be shooting up high in the sky. Pile number 2, you might really want to check pile number 1. You'd be surprised. So they constantly compare themselves with you, with what you do, and they stand in awe with what you can achieve constantly, thinking, man, I wish I was able to be pile number 2, to achieve, not be, but be like pile number 2, achieve all these things in life, have the amount of knowledge that they have, be smart and decisive and passionate and have fun along with it. So they not only admire you, pile number 2, they kind of feel like even if they decide to do it, they're so far away, they can't really do it. And that's really sad here. And they can't really they can't really put you down in their heads or criticize you, because you really are a sweet person and you didn't really do anything that they can say, this person, pile number 2 still does this and this and this. Well, pile number 2 hurts me in this way and hurts me in that way. You're very clear, honest, clear about what you do like and don't like. You set your boundaries well, and you're very sweet. That you make it very tricky for people to criticize you in their heads, even if they want to, so that they feel better about themselves. Pile number 2. And that's the situation here. Pile number 2. This is coming off really strong. I think one of the things that the person you're inquiring about admires about you is your capability of putting your effort, time, and money in the right things. You don't waste them. You are very careful, very wise. Is that example of how we should behave as an adult. They admire that you are careful, you're wise, and you make sure you put in your time in the right place. You don't waste a lot of money. You don't waste a lot of time and effort doing the wrong things. or things that don't, I'm not saying wrong, but things that don't serve your purpose. And they wonder how you're able to constantly do that. In their heads, don't you get tired? But you don't, pile number 2, because your secret sauce is you have fun doing that. Pile number 2, I truly have admired your reading. It was an honor for me to do this reading for you. Thank you for coming by my channel. And if you've enjoyed this, please leave a comment so we can high five together. Give me a like if you've enjoyed this reading. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a reading that I upload the next time. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen the Lepidolite. And now this is a very interesting crystal. First and foremost, the Lepidolite is all about doing one task at a time, managing yourself. So the first thing that I see that the person you're inquiring about, the way they would describe you if they were honest, is that they love your management and organization skills. I think you're a person who is very much in charge of their lives. They do one thing at a time, making sure that things get done. I don't know what it is about my achievers today. Pile 1 and 2 and 3 have been all about achievers. I've been attracting a lot of achievers in today's reading. So kudos to you. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to have you on my channel. And I see that your person really loves how clean you are, how organized you are. It gives you a lot of sophistication, a lot of depth, and it makes you able to do, that's why you do one task at a time. You're able to achieve a lot in your day because you're very organized. You have this presence and confidence, calm demeanor that is very wise. It makes you a leader. You're able to lead people because you're always on top of your game. You're always organized. You have a plan for everything, and you calmly go about these plans, making sure that they all happen. So you have this wise, calm, managerial-like demeanor to you. You might be a little bit intimidating. I think little bit is an understatement, quite frankly with you. What I feel is something stronger than that. I think the person you're inquiring about is a bit much too intimidated by you, in a good way. Pile number 3. You're very sophisticated to them, and they're kind of afraid that you would criticize them, even if it's in your head, because you're far ahead of where they are. And you do it so gracefully and so calmly, almost a queen-like or a king-like would do it. You're so in control of your life, and you're so in command is the right word of your life. You're so in command of whatever you're doing, and people know, and you know that whatever you're going to do is definitely going to come out well done. Wow, pile number 3. Now that's a very unique reading here. Now, even though the other 2 piles were hard workers, that's definitely clear. They were wonderful piles. I see a different type of energy here to you, pile number 3, when it comes to you achieving your tasks. You are an old soul. You take wise decisions. That's one of your highlights, one of the things that your person would describe you with very clearly. Definitely a wise person that knows what they're doing and studies things very well to make sure that it's accurate and that it's going to come out well. Wow, that was really amazing. Pile number 3. Very impressive there. So you make changes in your life very slowly. You're also not in a rush, just like pile number 2. But you know that whatever decision you make, it's a very wise, calculated decision. Very expert-like is exactly what I'm looking for. Very expert-like. You look at all aspects of things before moving. You have this effortless, like, expert demeanor to you. You always look like the sort of person who knows what they're talking about, because you do. And that comes effortlessly to you, because I think your past life experiences, first and foremost, they've helped you grow a lot of intelligence, because you're very smart. You know what you're doing pretty easily. I think pile number 3, you're the sort of person who had this character even as a little boy or a little girl. So yeah, that's one of the things they would definitely describe you with. That kind of, I'm gonna be frank with you, it really intimidates them. The strong character, like it's giving me headmistress kind of confidence, a CEO kind of confidence, president kind of confidence and calmness to you. So pile number 3. What this person sees about you is obviously you are a very skilled person. You are a person who, to them, can make money easily. They would put money into whatever idea you would work on, pile number 3. So this person doesn't necessarily have to be someone that is with you at work, although it could be. But it's definitely someone that would put their money into whatever idea you're going to do. They constantly think that whatever you're going to do is definitely going to succeed. And they're willing to bet on whatever you're doing. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to do with business, pile number 3, at all. Whatever it is that you are working on, they'll bet that it's going to come out really nice. You're so organized, you know what you're doing, whereas they would feel lost and overwhelmed. They see that you're in command of what you're doing, and it's definitely going to come out really well. One of the things that they clearly see about you, pile number 3, is that you know how to pick things very well. And so if you're picking between different ideas, they know you'll be picking the right idea. If you're studying different projects, they know that you'll be picking the right project, and so on. And I think this person constantly waits to see what you're going to pick. And now they want to pick it too. They're just really betting on you, on everything that you're doing. They watch what you do, and they feel like this is the right thing. They hold you on a high perspective. They think very highly of you, and they constantly feel like whatever you do is the right thing. They believe in you, pile number 3. They really believe in you. I think they believe in you most. What I also see here is that they also think you have the ability to take yourself out of whatever situation, tough situation that you're in. And so whatever you go through, you're able to get yourself out of it and find a solution for it. Because what I see straight away here, pile number 2, that there are 2 parts of you. A part of you before maybe the dark night of the soul, and another part of you after the dark night of the soul. So I think this person has seen your developments. They've seen you go through some very hurtful, tough times, and you came out of it like a boss. And you were one person before that time. You came out like a superwoman or a superman after that time, and it's just really mind-blowing to them. And they now believe that you can do anything. Whatever breaks you never breaks you, it just makes you bigger. Pile number 3. Very interesting here. Yeah, remember when we said you've been through some tough time? I saw it straight away. There is before you, before tough time you, and after tough time you. You have a lot of pentacles here. I wouldn't be surprised that your person admires how you're capable of making money. From the very beginning, I'm sensing that. I don't know why it's something that they're very focused on. But if they were honest, pile number 3, if they were really honest, they would say that pile number 3 didn't really start off with much, but they're constantly able to create so much by little things that they have. Even if they don't have a lot of money at the moment when they're starting off, a lot of resources, you always create something amazing out of nothing. And you surprise them with whatever little things you have. You create big things with them. Pile number 2 is definitely one of the things that blows their mind when they watch you. Pile number 3. To me here, I see that you have been through such tough times, pile number 3, that it would make it impossible for nearly or almost everyone to get out of it. Yes, you were helped just a little bit from the universe, and I'm not saying that slightly. That little bit was obviously like some good support for you. But in general, I think at some point for you, pile number 3, you've got a lot of things taken away from you. And even for some of you, most things taken away from you. You've been through a very hard lesson. And yet you came out of it like a boss, pile number 3. And here on camera, I'm congratulating you. Really, I am so proud of you. You deserve this clap. And I do see why this person is really proud of you, whether they've seen you come out of this or not. You do strike all of us as a person who is able to come out of tough things. You're not going to be pushed down. You're going to get up and create amazing things. You're meant to create amazing things, and you're going to do it anyway. Whether the world pushes you down, whether they take your resources, whatever it is, you have certain dreams, and you're going to go out and you're going to create them. And these dreams could pertain to your personal life, your work, whatever it is. You're not easily put down. And even when you do go down, you always have this, you know that you have this hope in your mind. You have these dreams and goals that will never allow you to stay down. You cannot live without going after and achieving the things that you want. You do things with a lot of perfection and quality. You're very organized, like we said, and it definitely assists you and helps you in putting in that effort every day, that smart effort to getting to wherever you want to go. Wow, pile number 3. I have a lot of respect for you. Ooh, this fell as well. Let's take both of them. See, the star? I mean, I'm not surprised at all. So you went from 0 to hero here, pile number 3. That's why your person really admires you. I think now that I see this, they have seen you literally go from nothing to on your way to becoming a star. Maybe you're already a star. In that case, let me know who you are. And believe me, even if I don't know your name now, it looks like we will all know your name very soon. Pile number 3, I have a lot of admiration for you. This clapping didn't come out of nowhere. This is just the beginning, this video for you. I think you'll get used to a lot of clapping. And if you're pile number 3, please leave me a clapping emoji down in the comment section. I would love to high five with you. I know and believe that you're going to be something amazing one day. and you constantly believe in yourself, and you take a leap of faith in yourself because you know you're going to make it no matter how bad things are, and you do achieve things. Pile number 3. I think your level of achievement, what you've achieved in life and what you constantly achieve, your leadership, gives the person that you're inquiring about hope that they can too do things. Remember when we said they bet on whatever you do? They constantly watch you. They see what you're doing and they follow your path. Isn't that cute? Number 3. I wonder who this person is that you're inquiring about. They watch you over and over, man. Take a leap of faith in yourself and hitting it right in the spot. You know, you hit it on the spot. You actually achieve it. Pile number 3. And here with the amethyst and the lepidolite, I see a lot of tranquil energy in you. And they see you do things like we said from the very beginning, effortlessly. Almost all of a sudden, you go from 0 to here and they're like, whoa, when did this happen? How did this happen so quickly? And that's because you're focused, you're organized, you're self-disciplined. You're very, very smart as well. Like we said, you have this golden hand of picking the right decision, of picking the right project, of picking the right idea. Wow, pile number 3. You are meant to be a star. You are meant to shine. Remember when I told you nothing is meant to keep you down? You're just not built for that. No matter how many times people push you down, you will always rise, go up. You're meant to do something great. You might want to check pile number 3 as well. 2, as well. They had this quality, they had a legacy, and I think you two definitely, very clearly, have a very strong legacy to leave behind you. And I don't know what's up with people on my channel. Thank you guys so much. I keep saying that, but it's the truth. How can I hide the truth? Thank you so much for sticking around and checking out my channel and deciding to watch it. I truly appreciate you listening. Pile number 3. All right, so let's see what this person that you're inquiring about, how would they describe you if they were honest? How would they describe you if they were honest? They love how you move. It's really funny how I got that. They love how you move. It has a lot of, it's like you're comfortable in your skin. It shows your confidence. It's something that they love watching. They love your style. And they love how you move. That I'm getting very clearly here. All right, so you have flowering. We were just talking about that. Okay, so pile number 3. Your person loves how you dress yourself, how you are able to match colors together. You come out as very clean, smelling so nice. You smell so nice. You're very clean. Your hair maybe is flowy. Your clothes are always well put together, ironed. Their colors match. It's just so pleasant to be around you because you're gonna have a nice, sweet effect on the people around you. You smell good. Everything about you is just so clean, so organized, so put together. It's such a pleasant thing to watch. If they were honest, which I feel like here, I feel a lot of tongue being like, don't speak, don't say that kind of energy here. No, but if they would, yeah, see, I feel it in my tongue again. It's like, don't say that. I don't know why, but it's definitely one thing that they admire about you. Pile number 3. You definitely stand out with how you carry yourself. I think people give you respect straight away when you go talk to a cashier or anyone that you talk to. They instantly are struck by your energy. They give you a lot of respect. I think also smell is coming out strong. I think everyone you meet can smell how good you smell, and they love how you take care of yourself. There's a lot of class and poise and good looks to you, pile number 3. Now that's really impressive here. You're soft and strong with a lot of grace to you is what I want to say. A lot of grace. Very interesting. So pile number 3. I think the way your person would describe you is that you take things very slow, almost too slow sometimes. So if you're inquiring about a person who likes you, this makes a lot of sense because you take your time. You know your self-worth very well, and you take your time to get to know people. You're not in a rush. And if this is not about a relationship, this is the observation that the person you're inquiring about sees. You take your time to do things. Now, here, I don't think the person you're inquiring about likes or necessarily agrees with this trait. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean, and that doesn't matter came out, that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just that they don't agree with it. They feel like you're a bit too slow sometimes. But here is what makes you unique, pile number 3. Remember we said this, you take things slowly. You're wise. And you don't take things slow because you're slow and you miss opportunity. You're definitely not going to do that. But you take things slowly because, and that was pile number 2 as well. Like I said, you might want to check pile number 2. Same sort of energy here. You are not rushing. You want to take things slowly, whether it's a relationship or a business or you growing and healing yourself, because you want to make sure that they are done right rather than them being done fast. And it's this excellence, pile number 3, that really makes people shine. This is where people shine. Because, see, pile number 3, the successful people in the world, they're only a small percentage. I don't know what, 15%? And they constantly show us interviews about why these people succeeded, and you constantly see with the statistics that these people put in this effort while most of us choose not to. So here what I see is that you choose to put in that effort. You choose to put in the quality and the excellence to achieving everything, even with your own personal looks, pile number 3. You put in that beautiful effort of yours to make sure that things come out exactly the way you've envisioned them. And so this person might not like this trait about you. They don't admire it. Sometimes frustrates them a lot. And they think that you dwell on things sometimes unnecessarily. But this is not dwelling, pile number 3, and you know it, of course. And this is what gives you your wisdom. You know that things need to be taken care of. You need to give in the right time to things so that they come into fruition as something very unique. I don't know what's up with all this noise. Let me take it out. So what I see here with you, with the projections card, pile number 3, is that you have realistic expectations. You don't project an image and construct images in your mind and cover the real situation. This is what gives you the wisdom. So if this person were to describe you, I think they would describe you as a person who sees things as they are, a realist. You're not fooled easily, pile number 3. You are able to discern what from what people are telling you, what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And that's why people aren't able to fool you easily. If someone proposes a new business opportunity to you, it doesn't mean that you don't fall sometimes, but most likely than not, you're able to discern what's real and what doesn't make sense. You're able to look at people and see if they're fake or real. You have a lot of good judgment. You use your discernment to look at things clearly. You're not fooled by unnecessary promises or promises that are given to you that don't seem like they make sense. You put the picture together very well, and you're able to see eye to eye exactly what makes sense and exactly what doesn't. You're a good judge of character, and this is why from the very beginning we said, what would pile number 3 do? They'd always pick what you're picking. That's really cute here, pile number 3. They believe in your judgment. They would listen to what you think about another person, about a project. They would take your opinion on things, even if they're not showing that to you, but they're really listening again. And they appreciate your wisdom. They love how you're able to quickly pick out what makes sense, what is real, and what is not. Gone with the flow. Now, interesting here, pile number 3. Here, this shows me that one of the things that this person thinks about you is that you're able to mold and be flexible with whatever situation you're going to be put in. If there's a pandemic, you figure your way around it. If you move to another country and there's another language to learn and it's all together a different situation for you, you'll be able to stay afloat. You'll be able to organize yourself, put a plan, and live through. You just don't die. Remember when we said that? And I have a lot of respect for you, pile number 3. Thank you for passing by my channel. I would love to high five with you in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. So you've chosen the Hematite. And you, my friends, are my strong character, strong personality pile. You come off as very strong. You have strong boundaries. You're very grounded, because the Hematite is all about grounding, getting back to the earth, being very grounded and practical. Balance, calm, strong calmness. There's a lot of strong and determination coming from you, and I think that's one of the things that the person you're inquiring about, would describe you. If they were honest, they see a lot of determination, a lot of self-confidence, a lot of strength, and they know not to mess with you. That's for sure, pile number 3. I see it. You might have some Aries in your chart, or you just have this strength, Mars energy to you, pile number 4. Naturally strong, naturally grounded. You're not up in the sky. You know what you want to do. You're very practical. You're not messed with. Is definitely what your person thinks of you. Very strong character here. Okay, so pile number 4. Can you see that? Yes, you can. The Hierophant. Interesting to have that as your first card. So pile number 4, the person you're inquiring about thinks that you are a little bit of a traditional person. Not in terms of the traditional sense, but you are not really swayed by the new fashion, for example. You're not swayed by what is trending. You're not about imitating people in general. You are a person who has decided what they like in life. They've decided what routine is comfortable for them. You are a person who has decided what is right and what is wrong, and you're sticking to that. You've created your own traditions, your own beliefs, and you're very stern and firm about them. You are very well outspoken. You're not afraid to say what you think. And they know that you have a lot of self-confidence and will be speaking out whenever needed to voice out what you think of certain situations. If you don't like them, you're going to say you don't like them. If you do, you're going to say, yes, this is what I believe in. You're not swayed by people. You're not swayed by groups and how they want to go. You're not swayed by You're not swayed by anyone. You will do only what you believe in. Pile number 4. Very interesting. So pile number 4, if this person were honest and they would describe you, they would say that they believe that you have so much to handle. You're quite a responsible person, and there's a lot of things that you've taken on because you're a very responsible person by nature. Maybe you're taking care of a lot of people, or you're taking a lot of share at work. You take on too much because you want to build your business, for example. Whatever it is, you're a very responsible person with the Hierophant and the Five of Swords, and you sometimes aren't fair to yourself, but you only believe that you're the only person who can do it, and that's why you keep taking on to your plate and you keep pushing yourself further to get things done. Now this person believes that you might want to give it a rest just a little bit, but you're very determined. You don't think that on the other side. And yes, while it's a bit too much for you and you might really want to let go of a little bit to have your rest, but you believe that no one else can do it the way you can. Pile number 4. Impressive. You believe in yourself a lot. And this person, if they were honest, they would express how they're amazed at you being able to carry all of these things on your shoulders, take responsibility of them, and make sure that they are done every day and all the time. You have a lot of commitment to you in whatever. Commitment is one of the key things that this person sees about you. You're a very committed person. You're committed to your plans. You're committed to the people you care about and the projects and the things that you really care about. You carry them responsibly. You believe in them and you make sure that they're done, even if they're going to cause you a lot of headache and a lot of effort and energy. Pile. Oops, why did we take this? Well, it looks like a very weird pile. I suddenly was drawn to taking from this pile, so we're going to do that. Okay, so let's see. Looks like we're going to mix and match here, and that should give me a strong message here. Oh, pile number 4. Your person thinks that you have a very strong ability to put things together, to use the resources that you have, to use everything that you have to make something out of it. You're very good with your resources. You're very good with using whatever you have to achieve your dreams, to achieve the things and the responsibilities that you have. See? So pile number 4, what this person sees about you is that you're able to stretch yourself thin, making sure that no matter how hard or impossible it is, you're very determined and you're going to make it happen. And that's why it causes some stress to you. And not everyone has that strength that you have. And this is why not everyone achieves a lot of big things. They don't have a lot of your commitment as well. And from their point of view is that you're doing a little bit too much. But when they see your achievements, pile number 3, how you're able to move from one state to another, what they call crazy now impresses them later on. You reach very high goals, and you're able to do everything that you have in mind here. And while it's very stressful now, but you achieve it at the end of the day. And this is pile number 4, not just about goals here. I think pile number 4, the person that you're inquiring about admires your mental state. They think you have a lot of mental perseverance, while other people would fall from the things that you go through. They see you holding on, being strong, being okay, while they think if they were in your place, they would not be able to handle that. But they see you doing okay, because to them, your life is much, much, much tougher. And they keep thinking, wow, I mean, if I was in their place, I would have fallen. But they watch you and they see and they admire that you don't fall. You have a lot of mental perseverance. Not just dedication, physical dedication, but a lot of mental perseverance. And you're there making sure that you're just going to achieve what you want, whether that's mentally or with your goals or taking care of your loved ones. There's a lot of determination. Yeah, of course, I'm not surprised at all. You are a person who constantly transform their lives because you're a dedicated person. And like we said, you hold many responsibilities. You see how many hands this card has? And to the person you're inquiring about, they're wondering how you're able to deal with the different aspects and the different parts of your life like a boss. Because they're thinking, if I only had one thing to handle, which is work, for example, it would take all my time and I still wouldn't be able to deliver my work with such good effort and care and quality like pile number 4 does. This person admires and is also intimidated by your strong character. They think that it's your strong character that helps you succeed in the different areas of life. You're able to negotiate your way out of it. You're able to put strong boundaries. You're able to deal with different people in the different areas. And while that is true, of course, there's more to you than your strong character. There's determination. There's hard work. There's making sure that things are going to happen. And yeah, pile number 4, your person is not just, doesn't just admire you, is not just intimidated by you, but I see that they are in awe of your character first and foremost. It's like you're on another complete other level of strength that they believe they cannot ever reach to. Okay, so let's take a look at your light seers here. We're going to take it from here. King of Cups. Now, I didn't expect that, pile number 4, but it seems like your person thinks that you're actually a loving person, even though you're very strong. But they think that deep down, they think that deep down, this hard crust is a very loving person, but is mature as well at the same time. So you're loving, but you're very kind, but your love is so mature, so wise. And I think pile number 4, the person you're inquiring about, kind of wants a piece of that. It's like they wish they can get through this hard crust so that they can too experience this love that you give, because they watch you give it to other people. They kind of envy the other people for the love that you give them, because your type of love is very giving. You're a person who's able to do anything and create anything, and you always almost like give the world to the people you love around you. And I see this person as envying the people around you for taking that type of love. And I think that is the sort of love that they want, whether this is a romantic relationship or not. They wish they can be your friend or your lover and get a piece of that. If they were honest, that's what they want to experience from your side. They would love to be under your umbrella, be in your team. Pile number 4. Ooh, this fell. I guess we're gonna take it. Let me put this here because it's getting in the way. Playfulness. Your character is starting to unveil piece by piece. Pile number 4. Very unique character here. I have not seen this combination before. I think with everyone. I think you have this dark sense of humor that makes people laugh. You are joyful in a serious way, but very, very witty is exactly what I want to say. And you're sometimes able to get yourself out of situations by being a little bit sarcastic, being a little bit making fun of the person in front of you in a sweet way, of course, nothing harmful. You're able to laugh your way out of things sometimes, and people appreciate your combination of being witty and sweet while being very strong. They wouldn't expect that a strong person like you would joke with them, and they instantly appreciate it when you have a laugh or two with people. And so this person kind of loves this two polar what is the word, characteristics mending in together. It's so unique. See, you have polar opposites in everything mending together. Despite your strong character, your boundary setting, your determination, you speaking out about the things you believe in, you have a soft side that we're starting to unveil on the second layer here. You are quite loving, actually, and you're quite playful. You're not a boring person at all. In fact, the people who know you very well have a lot of fun with you. And I think that the person you're inquiring about is starting to see that, because this came out as a second layer here. So they first saw that part of you, and now they're starting to experience that other part of you, and now they're starting to appreciate you even more. And I think there's a lot of admiration here that they're not expressing, because they love the mystery that comes out of you. They love watching you do your magic. Pile number 4. Wow, isn't that amazing? I wonder what else you are. Pile number 4. 5 of Wands. Pile number 4, again, there's duality in you. They can see this loving side and this playfulness and wittiness, and sometimes you just give them that sweet hint and they're like, oh, it gets to them, and then you're like, okay, back to work, you're supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, and we're back with the boundaries again. And I think this confuses the person you're inquiring about. It's like, in one split of a second, you're going to say something and it's going to hurt. It's going to take them off guard. Hurt is a big word, actually, but it's going to, like, you know how when you touch something hot and you go, woo, something like that. And I think the person you're inquiring about is also strong, but is definitely not on your level at all, and doesn't know how to get you. You're very confusing, pile number 4, to this person. They feel like once they get comfortable and they start playing around and it's all nice, you can hurt them just a little bit. You can show them, no, you can't do that. And they're very confused. They genuinely don't know how to get to you, how to talk to you, how to cross just a little bit of these boundaries to be closer to you and experience these wonderful things about you. Because pile number 4, out of the 4 piles, this person really is allured by you and is very confused about how to get to you. I'm not sensing a jealous energy, but rather, how do I get to this person? Yeah. How do I impress this person? Very tricky. How do I get to them? How do they do what they do? How are they mentally strong? They admire your strength. It's what came out, screaming out from the very beginning. Okay, so let's take a card here. You have 8 of Cups. So pile number 4, what this person thinks. I'm going to take an extra card for you. Very interesting character here, and I'm not ready to finish this at all. So with the 8 of Cups here, the thing that they're worried about, whatever type of relationship that you have with this person, they believe that you easily walk out. Pile number 4. They're afraid to do anything wrong with you because you don't negotiate. One mistake and it's out. So they're being very careful and discerning with how to deal with you, pile number 4, because one of their greatest fears is you walking out, pile number 4. And they definitely don't want to cross your boundaries in any wrong way. They don't want to hurt themselves along the way. And it's that one moment that they're very afraid about. I wonder why are they so afraid to lose you, pile number 4? I mean, I see why, of course. That's not what I mean. I mean, this makes me think that you're very dear to them, pile number 4. There's dearness here that's been built. And it's actually giving me the impression that it's been built quite quickly for this person. And this person is a bit worried that you may not hold them as dear as they hold you, perhaps. You only hold the people close to you that matter dearly, and everyone else, if they're not respecting you, they're out. So they're being very careful here with how to deal with you. They want to be a part of this gang that we're talking about here. That's one of the things that are coming out very strongly. And they do not wish to do anything that would cause you to walk away. Pile number 4. Pile number 4. So I see here, I'm taking more cards. I'm not ending this. This is too exciting for me. So what I see here, pile number 4, is that this person, there's a lot of pain with this person. What are you doing, pile number 4, to this person? There's a lot of fear of losing you, a lot of sorrow. I don't want to say pain and crying because that's too much. That's not what I'm feeling. But there's a lot of sadness with these strong boundaries. They feel like they can lose you and it could all fall in a second. And there's a lot of sorrow of not knowing how to get you, how to be close to you. And even though, see, they're always depicted as wearing red. And I see here that they take a lot of action. They're trying in all the possible ways to be closer to you. But you're not allowing, and I don't know why. At the moment, it looks like you take your time. You're not an easy person to get close to. You're very closed up, and you make sure that only the right people come in. And at the moment, this person is quite confused. They don't know what to do. In their point of view, they've been taking all the different actions that they could do to get closer, and they're running out of ideas. And I think like their hope is starting to close a little bit. They don't know what to do to get closer to you. That's the whole theme here. Getting closer to you. taking maybe a bit of responsibilities off your shoulders, even though I don't think you're gonna allow that. Because I instantly heard like, no, that's not gonna happen. So what's up with that person, pile number 4? What else do they think of you? Clinging to the past. Let me pull out another card. Oh, 2 came out. I'll just take them. Clinging to the past. Beyond illusion. You're a very interesting character to me too, pile number 4. I don't think I have met someone quite like you. I mean, I do see why they would get to know you. I would like to get to know you too, pile number 4. So to them, pile number 4, you're like this fruit that's very hard to get, of course. And at the moment, they're kind of losing a little bit of hope. And it's all up to you, of course, how you want to take this, because this is not going to go anywhere, pile number 4. It's not going to go anywhere until you decide. They're not going to be closer to you. Maybe they're not good for you, and that's why you are never going to let them in. Or maybe you will. But I think, pile number 4, you are triggering something in this person. You're triggering a memory in the past, and that's why you're very intimidating to this person. I think this person is meant to meet you because in the past they may have dealt with a similar character. Remember when we said from the very beginning, you have this strong character like a headmistress, a manager. Oh, that was pile 3. Maybe you want to check pile number 3. But you give off the strong character, like a stern type of character. And I think in the past, this person may have been hurt by this type of character. And this is why, even though they love your kindness and your alluring part, they admire you, they look up to you, they put you up on a pedestal, of course. But at the same time, they're hurt easily by you, pile number 4. And I think they're meant to meet you, to heal. And here, you're meant to meet them, to heal something too, pile number 4. So take a close look, even without being with them or befriending them, you're meant to learn something too, pile number 4. So take a close look at where this person bothers you, and that's your key. Where you feel angry, sad, bad, where you feel kind of triggered, and that's where you'll figure out your shadow, and that's why this person has appeared into your life. But to be quite frank with you, pile number 4, I do see that this person doesn't bother you all that much. It's kind of flattering that they like you the way that they do, because you do sense it, pile number 4. And you do sense their intimidation. You do sense how much they like you. You know that you're kind of like a forbidden fruit to them. It's like that fruit that you wish you can have, but it's wrong and you can't. Somehow, you're not giving it to them. At the end of the day, both of you have met for your personal growth and your personal transformation. Pile number 4, I have enjoyed your reading immensely. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!